Well, Phil, okay. Yeah, that's a lot to listen to, so I get the idea. And you're very good at describing it. Yeah, for what you remember, that's very, very good. Let's just go over it quickly. So, again, the idea of whole foods. I'm assuming you know what Whole Foods is. Is that so?
It's a grocery store,
Correct.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a grocery store.
yeah, that's all. It's a grocery, whatever you want to call it. It's online, it's a grocery store, whatever, okay? And Amazon's hooked up to Whole Foods. Also, you can order Whole Foods online, etc. So Whole Foods was bought and taken over by the GMO people quite a few years ago. But the idea, see, is still there. In other words, you're thinking that, oh, this is health foods, it's whatever. Well, they may have some stuff in there, whatever. But again, it's infiltrated. It's taken over. All right. And so what you're seeing on the real side is you're seeing basically that the shelves are empty because there's really nothing there for you. That's the idea. See, you go in there, you're expecting to shop, but wow, there's nothing here. There's nothing there for you.
Shoot, I have to mute. Sorry.
You see? So that's the basic idea right there. And yeah, you're being watched, of course, because we're all being watched here. And the turtle represents the natural environment, but it's also used because what you're seeing is a mechanical turtle, etc. So it's a duplication like GMO food, you see. So in other words, the turtle's a hint that, no, you're thinking that, oh, turtles are natural. They're with the natural environment. But this is not a natural turtle, is it, hanging there? It's a mechanical turtle, like GMO food is mechanical tech food, you see? And so the people, yeah, they're all hypnotized and dumbed down. They're like mannequins. They have particular attitudes, etc. You see? You're seeing the real side of what's going on. But when you look out here in the open, the White House, the Whole Foods, the whatever, all the stuff, oh, gee, it looks like, oh, this is all good stuff. It's all good. Just like cheeses that are full of plastic. Well, they look and taste good. They're all good. But they're full of plastic is one example, and many, many other things. All the packaged foods, all the processed stuff, it's all packaged stuff, and it's basically produced to destroy you. That's the whole idea. Like Coca-Cola is pure poison, and all kinds of cancers and diseases happen from it, soft drinks, etc. All the stuff they put in those things, and including drugs and chemicals, and just like the pharmaceuticals. That's the whole idea. Mm-hmm. This is the entertainment of those who control the system. They like to watch people suffer. That's the whole idea, slow suffering. They got nothing else to do. So, just like you watch a movie and you watch people suffer, well, they watch you suffer. Yeah, they're watching you all the time. And you're very intuitive. You're picking these hints up, but you don't know what they mean because you're literalized to the system thinking that, oh, I like Whole Foods. I bought stuff there, so this is a good place. But now you're having the experience of seeing really what Whole Foods is, but you're thinking, oh, this is so friggin' weird. Why is it like this? Because now you're seeing the real side of it, what it actually is, not what you thought it was, you see? Mm-hmm. So you're going through this process, and you go through another one, and it's very similar. You're walking in the alley over all these dead zombie people, whatever, these mannequins, I know what you mean, etc. And that's what people are. They're plastic. They have been substituted. In other words, they've agreed to be substituted, you might say. So, but when you look at your friends, they look normal. It's like, oh, they're flesh and blood, whatever. But they've been substituted. There's no movie called The Stepford Wives. There's many movies, Surrogates with Bruce Willis, etc. I'll give you many examples of what's going on, etc. It's all right in front of you. And see, these so-called dream experiences are showing you what's really going on, just like in the Matrix with Neo. They're showing the real side. It's not what you think at all. None of it is. It's all created, and it's a front. Okay? It's all a front. Now, that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just that as you agree to it, then you're part of that agreement. And so you're going through the transformation here. And yes, when the fork in the road came, you went to the left. So in your real side experiences to start off with, going to the left is the past. Whatever is in front of you is present, and to the right is future. Okay? That's for your literal mind only. Really, there's no such thing. But as you're starting out here, you go along the lines of your literal mind to learn, just like you did in school, to eventually learn to read and write. You're along the lines of your literal mind. So you went to the left and you had picking up this little turtle, okay? It's a reminder of whatever. And the result is what you went through and all this stuff and the feelings, etc. And then you went back through all of it, okay? So what the experience is showing you is that things are not what they seem to be. And the end result is that as you stick to these ideas of the past, again, stick to them, you get stuck in them. Okay? And of course, it's weird because it's showing you the real side, and you're looking at the literal side here that all conforms to your mind and what imagination you have left. And so comparatively, okay, you compare the two and it's like, wow, this is all weird. No, what you're experiencing here is weird. That is showing you what's really going on. And then you go back through the whole process, okay? Now, all of a sudden, the people are nice and they strapped you in because, yes, because what they're doing to you is actually helping you in a way, but it's going to be a little nerve-wracking because that's how it is getting through creation. It's hell and high water. That's just how it friggin' is. And so again, we've got to face everything. So they're giving you a little view of all these things that are inside of you, all these mechanical things. And yeah, you are the decider of your life and you decide. So here we are in this new moment right now. And you are the decider to proceed or go back to your old life. So it's showing you right there that if you go back and stay as you are, that's what's going to happen. You see?
Yeah.
So they put you through that whole experience. You were put through that whole experience, okay, to show you you have a choice now. All right. So they help remove some of the stuff from you and showing you, yeah, you can do whatever you want, but keep in mind, free will is a bitch. And that free will is with your personal self. And the personal self does itself in every time because it thinks it knows what it's doing. It don't. Not at all. You have no idea what you're doing here. So again, you have a little sense here about you, and you described that very, very well. Yes, you did pay attention very, very well. And it's about awareness. It's not about your personal life, but at the same time, yes, you do have a personal life, but there's a bigger picture that surpasses all your five bodies. And that's what's being presented here to you. So again, it's giving you a little tiny view of, well, you know, you want to stay with the past. You made the left turn and you got the little turtle in your pocket, which you kind of forgot about, etc. And as you were going through whatever. So it's showing you again that if you continue to stay with what you've known only, then that's all you'll have, and you'll just grow old and you'll forget and you'll start over again and go through all this friggin' hell again. Yeah, so they're helping you out, showing you how your experience is, like you said, orgasm or whatever. In other words, it's a release. They showed you, they gave you the experience of how it is without all these things, okay? And that's within your consciousness, all right? And so again, now you're back in your personal self. And here, this is the big test. This is the big challenge. You are the decider to constantly explore or not. See, the new you is a connection to your real awareness, all right? And so at first it seems strange, it's weird, it's whatever. Well, this is just a connection now. It's the new connection now. Just like Every once in a while, you make a new password into Facebook or whatever. You make a new password. It's your password to your real awareness. It's the new you. That's what it is now. In the past, it was other things, but they've been infiltrated. Now it's the new you. And this is what the real guides are using right now for those that step up. So people need a password, and that's what the new you is. So it's not about questioning it, just like when you go to Facebook and put your password in, do you question your password? No, you just put it in there and you go into Facebook. You don't sit there and question it. You use it to get into Facebook. The new you is to get into your intuitive side, so eventually you can recognize your real awareness and your position in cause and effect creation, so that you have the possibility to get through it this lifetime, but it's going to take you the rest of your life. And beyond that, I don't know. You are making the choices, you see? And every moment is new, because all life is now. And creation is not life, it is creation. So you're going to learn to see the difference if you keep going. That's up to you. You are the decider. I'm not a salesman. I'm not a used car salesman. I'm not here to sell you. All I can do is present it like the sun shining and make the offer. And if you want the real guidance, well, it's there for you. But you got to keep going. Yeah, it's not like, oh, gee, I learned this. Isn't that cool? Let's go have fun. And then pretty soon you forget about it again, etc., like you did in past lifetimes. No, it's a real process and a real challenge to get through, and to recognize the real universe is beyond this. That's huge. Like nothing you can imagine. You think becoming a doctor and a lawyer is hard? That's tiddlywinks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is huge. And so look at your experience there, what you went through, and look at your personal self, how it sees it. Realistically, you get some ideas of it, but you really can't figure it out, heads or tails, and it's so friggin' weird. So what does the personal self do? Tosses it out like a candy wrapper. It's like, oh, this is nuts. You know, I want to go back and play my video games and chase women. That's real, isn't it? That's what the personal self wants to do. It
That
wants
sounds
to
familiar.
Yeah, it wants to sleep late. It wants to eat what it wants to, potato chips for breakfast, Coca-Cola for lunch, and watch video games and porn movies, whatever the latest thing is. And that's all fine, because you are the decider. That's what you want. And you can have anything you want, but this experience is showing you what you're going to get from that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nowhere. Creation is very necessary. All of it is necessary. Nothing is negated. From the black oil in the ocean to the awesome blue sky. Nothing is negated. It's all needed as something as a reference to compare to reality. When you start recognizing what is real, you need that comparison. But that's a huge challenge and journey to go on. And that's why most people will not touch it, because they're afraid to face themselves and everything that they've been through. But to get through creation and all the restrictions, so you're shown a little bit, but that's nothing compared to what it is. That's just to start. In other words, yeah, they've given you a little advantage there, so the real guides will disguise themselves. Then all of a sudden they'll take it's like good cop, bad cop. Okay, so they're going to do things. They're going to put you through things like boot camp, etc. And then at the end, it's like, okay, great job, soldier. You did a great job. Okay, now we're the team. We're all going to do it together and make sure that, we're protected. Whatever. It's the idea. But at first, you got to go through hell and high water. You got to crawl under the barbed wire and the machine gun fire to see if you're worthy, to see if you have the courage to keep going. But that decision is up to you. You, Phil, you, Eric, whatever. See, and so you're just starting out now. Yeah. And so what happens many times, Kelsey Brown's a good example. I've seen many hundreds of others that I've taught over the years, etc., and shared with. They'll take a certain amount of knowledge, and then they'll just go away into their la-la land again and forget it and do stupid stuff. And they'll be coming back in future lifetimes if they don't change or come back around. And some of them do, most of them don't. So they'll just grow old. Yeah.
What
Go
if that's
ahead.
part of the process, or required part of the process?
You are the decider. Remember that. You write that down. You decided.
Wait, is that your title? Phil the
You
Decider.
you have decided everything in your life. No one's decided. And if someone tells you something to do, you decided to agree. See, you've always decided.